Typing of the Dead.
That game's too easy.
Damn. Mario's typing lesson.
That game's too hard.
What about so like a typing game where you're not typing words, just assortment of letters?
I think Mario's game does
Too
that.
hard.
Right?
Yeah, that's too hard.
Typing of the Dead does that, where you have to like type symbols and stuff in like weird, like nonsensical phrases.
At least there's like words though.
Yeah.
Hey, are we still streaming by the way?
Yeah, we went live like immediately after I disconnected.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's awkward.
I'm not sure if we used OTG after when Dunce did what is it called? The Catch Fever. I'm pretty sure the Sorokin version uses OTG, but I might be wrong.
That's awkward.
Oh, that is awkward. I know there's a way you can do that, but it's hard. So that's just something you're gonna have to keep working on.
Oh, you could have had it confirmed there. Jump light punch confirms off that. Jump light punch, jump light kick.
Good punish. Oh, but we dropped it, unfortunately.
I'm still sitting here just being like, what the hell happened? Like, why did OBS do that? Because that was a bug in OBS. That had nothing to do with my end. It just doubled the bitrate for no fucking reason.
Yeah, the Discord has a decent amount of beginner players. It also has a decent amount of not beginners, though. So if you want to specifically fight beginners, you should specify that.
It's got a full spectrum.
Yeah.
It's also, like, I don't know if you can really find as many beginners in any other Discord, to be completely honest.
I don't think so, no.
I bet main
We own them.
Hell yeah.
more beginners, but like, main court is also like not playing. Like in the I bet there's like a bunch of people in main court who just don't talk.
Main court is also just kind of a mess. Like if you ask to play beginner players, like you're gonna find 3 people who've been playing this game for 4,000 hours, and they're gonna be like, that's not me.
Who's the stuff guy? They seem like a beginner.
Hey, really? Does stuff go on main court saying they're a beginner?
I think the one time I
Stuff's
looked
been
for games
kicked
on
from
main court, I bought stuff.
That's what was kicked from the main court back when SGC was made. Remember Skullgirls Central?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot that was a whole thing.
Well, I'm not sure why we switched to Parasol solo, but I guess we did.
Alright, here's a tip for you, Duns. Screw this matchup. Don't do that.
We just
Keep
need
the
like
fortune.
This matchup is fine. Like
This matchup's fine because you play Squiggly.
No,
it's like saying the Robo Band matchup is fine because you're the Robo player.
Robo Band matchup's not terrible for Band.
Don't even
it's
talk
like,
to me.
It's 6-4.
Don't even
Robo,
talk to
like
me.
at most.
For the record, my band has never struggled against a Robo player.
Yeah.
No, I honestly hate this matchup more than the Peacock matchup. Because once you're in on the Peacock, you're allowed to just do things.
That was a really good confirm.
If the Squiggly guesses one reset right, you eat a push block SPO and you die.
You have a punch
That
move.
looked tricky, but we messed it up.
You can say jump punch move like with your
Punch
entire
move
kit.
and a punch move.
You have one of the
Safe
best
jump.
grounded grabs in the game. I can't push block a grounded grab. You
Why
also
would I
have.
do
You also
resets?
usually
Why would
have
I
an
do
assist.
resets? Hold on a minute. Why would I consistently reset with ground grab when all you need to do is jump and I need a heavy counter hit?
You wouldn't consistently ground grab. Like you wouldn't do that consistently. It's like you have a tool that lets you do a 7-frame move.
So
that is
here's my
not-
tools, right?
Okay.
Stand light kick,
Yeah.
ground grab. Anything else that gets me to counter hit combo.
No,
Do
because
you
you play
think
with an
I should-
assist.
Do you think I should stick with fighting beginners, or should I fight people who are intermediate? You're Jonathan Hills, right? Just play
No,
people that are,
Sneep
like...
is here, by the way. We should get Sneep to
Sneep is
play
here?
the match. Yeah.
We can, yeah. Doc said he dropped out, so we can just match up Sneep with whoever Doc dropped out against.
That is not a good idea, because they're fighting Dan Mist. Wait, actually, were they fighting Dan Mist? Who were they fighting? No, they were fighting your local Duns. Okay, so Sneep, you can fight your local Duns. Never mind. Everything's fine.
Wait, that's who's fighting now.
Games?
Oh, Duns was fighting
Yeah.
now. Never mind. Everything's horrible.
Can I get dibs? Pick me.
QB was
No.
gonna fight. No, QB's gonna fight. Sneep.
Oh.
Everything makes sense.
Yes,
Turned out stream
you
just
can
at you on
fight
Discord. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Alright, let me answer that question. Should I stick with beginners or intermediate? Just play people that are better than you to where you can, like, not explode to them, but you have a hard time beating them, you know? That's how you're in that little challenge zone where it's definitely challenging to win, but you don't just explode immediately and you get mixed and you don't really learn anything. But in general, just playing SG will make you better at the game, regardless of who you're playing against, especially at this like lower level. So just play who you can.
I'm Penny. We can break this down at some point and like.
I'm
actually,
upset.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. It's just my thing is like, okay, but like we should sit down and eventually break this down like to see.
Yes, please. I need to show you.
Yeah, no, but like I know the standing light kick thing is such bullshit. Don't get me wrong. That is a huge advantage for Squiggly. Like that is a big deal. But the thing is, Parasol has every other thing over her besides damage. Parasol doesn't have damage, and Parasol doesn't have a light she can use against Squiggly.
Okay, but what she got? What else? What's she got to do?
She's got anti-airs for days. She can outspace for millions of years. She has better air-to-air, which is Squiggly's only approach option. And if she has an assist, Squiggly can't press a button.
She's not better air-to-air than Squiggly jump light kick. I get hit out of my jump light kick all the time.
Why are you
pressing jump light punch?
Yeah, why are you
jump light punch is slower. It's slower.
But it's a
and the angle is not as good.
A big boy button.
Wait, if you're air-to-airing with jump light punch, you're doing it wrong. That's all I'm saying.
That's all I. Big
Against
boy
Squiggly,
button.
I agree. No, I agree with Penny 100%. You should not be air-to-airing with any of Parasol's lights.
Jump light kick's okay.
Squiggly,
I don't even know what Paris jump light kick looks like.
It's 6 frames. It's her only 6 frame.
Not to mention, she can also cover her aerial with a fucking tier, which is odd.
Isn't her jab like 7 frames for some reason?
Yes. So is her crouch jab.
I thought her crouch jab was 6.
It's over here knowing frame data and stuff.
All her normals are like minus on hit, except like crouching light kick or something, which is like neutral on hit.
They hit like half a screen distance. They're massive. And you can hit confirm off of it 100% of the time. It's like they're fine if they're minus on hit. This is not Street Fighter. Like it is not.
Any stuff is minus on hit. Fun fact.
Whose stuff?
Eddie's buttons in Tekken are minus on hit.
There's a lot of minus on hit. Like
Tekken
kinetic down 4s are minus on hit.
Sneep, get in here. I know you're in the chat, Sneep. Get in the lobby.
Got an idea, you didn't hear. Yeah, Sneep, you're up. This game is Street Fighter with what?
This tourney in like 8 minutes has a prize pool of $1,000? What?
The VOD died for the 3rd game? What do you mean the VOD died for the 3rd game? We had to
this
restart the
started
stream. There's a second stream.
Find another VOD.
Yeah, there are 2 VODs now. It's gonna be part 1 and part 2.
Wait,
this game has quarter-cycles, Street Fighter has quarter-cycles. The more you think about it, the less you realize that Street Fighter is a game. Middle of the 3rd game as well. Oh, in the middle of the 3rd game.
Oh, later.
Wait, that should not have happened. Is the VOD existing now? I'm very confused because we are streaming and you are watching. It makes more sense the less you think about it.
Oh,
very true.
Punish! No! You can punish Fireball Super.
If we're running beat extend, you can make your life easy and just alpha counter to beat extend.
If you ever see a Fuko do drill into Fireball Super, don't let her get away with it. You can PBGC punish it pretty easily.
The latest PBGC, you're still like plus 11 or something, aren't you? It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, you can do it post Super Flash, so you have a while to figure out they're doing it, you know?
We can also, we should have looked to convert with Big Band's level 1 Symphony. If you can get them behind you by going up and forward, you can maneuver so that the Fuko ends up behind you, and then you can pick up with jumping medium kick into crouching light kick. Also, that taunt was not real, as Tiny said. You could have.
Beat extend probably should have been punished.
Yeah, that beat extend definitely should have been punished. We had no meter either. Ooh, we could have jabbed that.
Yeah, in that situation, you want to be using cat heads instead. It's the same meter. It just gives you a bunch. For some reason, it's the same meter, and it just gives you such an advantage on block.
Yeah, cat heads makes it the opponent's turn when you mashed and they blocked it, which is really dumb, but it's how the game works. The only times cat heads is not safe is when the opponent has alpha counter beat extend waiting in the back.
It's also just if you weren't minus when they did cat heads. Or I mean, if you weren't plus when you did cat heads.
Yeah, if they just do it, you can just smack them.
Yeah. For the Turk Toss, since you were asking, you weren't quite sure how to PBGC. I provided a link to PBGC and also just push blocking in general. So feel free to check that out. If you guys want other links to like everything else you can do from push block, let me know because I got all that shit.
Alright, this is probably gonna be my last little match. Oh my god, this tourney has so many people.
That's pretty cool.
That's an interesting round start.
I mean, I guess you wanted to cover both the aerial and grounded approach option, but it didn't help you because you just burnt a meter and you didn't really get anything off of it.
Yeah, Fireball round start is not real.
It's not awful. It covers bomb into light teleport, which is nice, but
I didn't even think of that.
it's not great this early on. You definitely want to like have a better read on them before you start doing that.
Kibi, you should have been loading an item there. Your opponent would not have been able to just jump over that if you had an item. You could have dropped the item, stopped, and put them right back where they started.
Yeah, a lot of blocking Fuka especially is just knowing all her mix-ups. There are like common mix-ups that each Fuka player will do, and you just have to kind of know what they are.
Mix-ups is a misnomer. Because like the thing is like you have to be familiar with what the setup is, and there is no mix to it. It is literally always gonna hit in the same direction. She has one mix-up and it's low throw. Like that's it. Like she does not really get to blend.
So Fuku is just a game knowledge check. You have to know what she's gonna do every time, and then if you know what's gonna happen, you will never get hit by her.
Now, unfortunately,
it's hard, right? Like not even top players can do it, so it's definitely not like easy.
Yeah, so it has the Eliza curse, where you see her do the setup, you say, I know what she's doing, I know exactly where this is going, and then you get hit anyway. It's
Is that the Painwheel thing? Is that the Eliza thing, or is that the Painwheel thing?
I was thinking of the Eliza Big Band Unblockable. Like, you know it exists, but you'd never block it.
You never block it, yeah. I was thinking Painwheel like 30 frame mix-up, like 30 frame 50-50.
We should not have...
No, that's just unfair.
The Big Band level 3, and we should not have monstered after that, and then we should not have H-Braz. There were a number of...
This is a chain of mistakes. We want to use StarCraft logic, we should start from the beginning, and the beginning was...
You installed Skullgirls.
You installed Skullgirls, we gotta go back.
Yeah, that was definitely not ideal. I'm sorry. You could have just punished that level 3 with like literally any button you wanted, except push block, because that's not a button.
Every time you see W use a Painwheel, you get sad. Oh, Clangy, you did not play back in vanilla days. Back in vanilla days, the grab could double snap. It could hit both people.
I love that. I mean, I'm glad it's gone, but I love doing it. Can
you imagine the double was considered underpowered back then?
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
so
old Fuko
crazy.
was in that game at that point too, so...
What? No, OG Fuko was the most broken character in the game. She jumped to top tier within literally 3 days. She got nerfed like 4 times.
I thought old Fuku, you couldn't tell the difference between the shadows.
You couldn't, no.
Yeah, you could... Yeah, good job blocking that cross-up. Like, it'll always be cross-up there, so you just have to recognize.
Mike Z, actually what he did, you'll actually notice that she does 3 different poses depending on what the shadow startup is. He added that, and people also begged him to change the colors of the shadow depending on which shadow it is to make it a little bit more readable. But instead he just slowed it down a bit.
I'm not sure if we could have blocked that beat extend alpha counter. Because we were in a normal, but I don't know if like it was too long and we just couldn't block.
Okay, so a lot of Kara sweep into MDP. It's fun because MDP is funny.
MDP is definitely a funny move.
Yeah, but as Peacock, your #1 goal should be to get junk on the screen, because that lets you get more junk on the screen. So if you're going to do Kara sweep into anything, you should probably be doing it into either bombs or item drop. Probably a bomb, because if they jump over you like that, you're not just sitting there DPing, there's still a bomb on the screen.
Alright, get richer. You got confirmed capitalist.
I'll catch you guys later, though, because it's 5 now, and I gotta get...
Alright, thanks for joining us, man. I appreciate it.
Rustic Get Great.
Alright, what are we up to now? What are we on? It should be Dan Mist versus Derb, I think, is left. I know Derb's here. Is Dan Mist here? This should be a good one, though.
Is this the last one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Unfortunately, Dan Mist's profile is private, so I cannot contact them in a reasonable way. Anyone know where Dan Mist is?
Fortunately, Derb makes up for it with the profile picture.
Oh, Dan Mist is here. Never mind, don't even have to mess with
We
him.
did it.
Shoutouts to the Rin picture. I appreciate that. Katawa Shoujo is probably the only good visual novel out there. It's a good game.
Only good visual novel, he says. Like, we didn't
Have you
play
played-
Doki Doki till 9 a.m.
Doki Doki isn't half as good as Katawa Shoujo was.
Yeah, right, I'll take that. But it's good.
Doki Doki is brilliant. It is very, very clever in what it does, and it is very fascinating. And the writing was pretty good, but it's not on Katawa Shoujo's level. Katawa Shoujo is actually a visual novel, like it's like old-fashioned visual novel, but it's like one of the most best written things I've played.
Counterpoint, girls are cute. Got 'em.
Yes. Katawa Shoujo has more girls than Doki Doki.
Yeah. But I'm not
More
trying to
girls,
say
more
it's better, I'm just trying to say they're good.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's better, like, at all.
Girls are pretty
Whoa.
freaking awesome.
Whoa! Whoa! Alright, so if you see your opponent running around with Parasol Jump Hard Punch, you're allowed to lane cancel that just like you would Beowulf Jump Hard Punch. You can
Oh,
punish
sorry,
him for
got
doing it. About the same as Beowulf, I want to say, if not more. Oh, that's an unfortunate drop. Oh, we're just doing it.
Oh wow, and it worked.
Okay. Did they try to PBGC at the end? That was a chunk of damage at the end.
Yeah, I don't know.
If not, that would have been guaranteed, I guess, if you did level 3. But I would not have expected that much chip, so, you know. Whoa, whoa.
Alright, nice to re-jump. Wait, whoa, what? How did the re-jump hit overhead? Is it because he didn't jump cancel jumping medium punch? Why did the second one hit over? I thought he used 2 jumping medium punches. Maybe he just second jumped without doing a jumping medium punch in between. But I thought that was the second one. That should not have hit overhead.
Alright, we're full on Dizzy. Yep.
You should have built a head before doing that. Not that it matters.
Yeah, especially when you're playing solo, you heads are precious. Because they're really the only way you're safe.
Okay, Derb, I know you don't want to hear this because you already know this, and I know you already play with beams on a different palette. You gotta... You're not using beams isn't giving you... Like, what's your point? What are you accomplishing by not using beams?
And if you're not going to use beams, use heads.
Yeah, well, I mean, he does use heads. He uses heads a lot. He just doesn't create
I
enough
want
safe
more
situations.
heads.
No beams is very funny. It is extremely entertaining.
It is fun.
And yes, Penny's absolutely right. Derb, you should be using a lot more heads. Make more opportunities for yourself to use heads. Like, get hard knockdowns, build a head, and do dumb stuff. Like, you can do that. You have magnet
Oh,
super.
that's not what I meant. That's not. I'd like the head, but that's not what I meant. Man, this matchup would be so much easier if you shot a few beams. Not saying, not insinuating anything, but you know, there should be a
Insinuating, but
analyzer.
insinuating.
There should be a analyzer.
Can you do the cool one? Does he have the cool double snap? Yes, he does. Oh, no, he doesn't. I thought he did.
There's a dash that you need to do there. Whoa, a lot of drops.
Things dropping on Eliza.
Weird combo.
Nice conversion. Save go to G2.
Alright, build some heads. All of them. All of them. No, all of them.
No, I think Derb was right there, right? Because if you build all 3, you give up incoming. You would build 2, you're
Nah, you do all 3 and then you smash missiles, and what does Parasol do about it?
Yeah, that's fair.
It doesn't matter if you get hit.
Does Parasol have a sliding knockdown?
No,
Okay.
unfortunately.
I don't think she needs it. She has enough OP.
The closest thing she has is the hard knockdown burst beats.
Yeah. I was trying to think, like, is there any way like Parasol can route into a sliding knockdown or a hard knockdown and then like eat the heads and then be fine? And I don't think there really is.
Run Bella forward hard punch assist, and do OTG's combos with that. You get sliding knockdowns.
That's fair.
I'm kind of tempted to
Wait a
run
minute,
that now.
no, you don't get a sliding knockdown. You get to Tekken in 13 frames. It's a green knockdown, isn't it?
Bella forward hard punch? That's a hard knockdown.
Not as an assist.
Is it not as an assist?
When
I've never
green
seen
knockdowns are
anyone use it
techable
as
after
assist,
13
though.
frames.
But I'll be honest with you, I people tell me that the knockdowns have different colors. I can't see them.
That's a good point. Mine was the wrong thing to use there. You should have used Rocket.
Red Von Dizzy. In that situation, if you're gonna burst bait, you should do the jump back, jump light punch, jump hard punch, because it's it's a hard knockdown. B, if you want to keep going, you can do another like 7 burst bait hits off that because you kept OTG. You can do like a tier toss and do another jump light punch.
Nice catch. No conversion though.
Oh,
Late
that's
convert-
a risky Eliza call.
Yeah, it's one of the things that I feel like I'll almost never be able to do. But like late confirming off of like the last second sweep hit is like really important. You get so many straight hits off of like sweep from like them dashing in at the last second or something like that, and just going into Magnet from there, or like if you're close enough, you in crouching hard punch, depending on which character you're fighting, to like get a full combo. It's pretty useful.
Dead sweep's dumb. I love it. Until I have to fight it. Then I love it slightly less.
Well, it's 3 games. So we talked a lot about the Robo. We talked a lot about the Parasol.
I didn't see the Eliza really.
I don't even remember Eliza. Wait, well,
There was a
actually,
few times
didn't
where
we...
Eliza got started, but you dropped your junk, so you couldn't keep momentum. And Eliza's a very momentum character, so I can't really say much outside of make sure your combos are good.
Yeah, make sure you're not paying attention or trying to deliberately go left or right. The less you can tell which direction it's going to hit, the better you are off.
Yeah, you gotta stop thinking. That's your problem.
Yeah. As Kenji
Not
would
even
put it,
joking,
iron out the
really.
brain wrinkles.
Only half joking.
You literally did better with Eliza when you like stopped trying to be deliberate on left right? Yeah, because she doesn't have
The
to.
only thing I think about on Eliza is the stand medium punch. Outside of that, she just kind of plays herself.
She does basically play herself. It doesn't matter what side you hit on, she just hit confirms for you. Like everything is just magic.
Yeah.
Have a cute smooth brain. Jesus Christ. Alright. Well, that was the final match of the evening. Thank you everyone so much for joining us. If you liked what you saw here and you were filled up your brain with some advice and are going to be practicing a bunch and want to try to apply everything that you have been practicing in a practical scenario, we do host a tournament every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, etc., etc. However, if you are just here for the advice and the practice, do not fret. We do go live every Saturday at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, etc. I am the Crank Machine. With me was Penny, and of course Graham Sandwich had to leave. Thank you two so much for the help. And I will see you all next time. Whee!